Cooper has. You want to get the link? Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sports Kings Live. You can also email the show, sportskingslive@gmail.com. We'll be right back with hour number 2 and talk a little bit. We're going to do on this day, and then we'll talk a little bit about Game 4. What needs to happen in Game 4. We'll be right back. What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Big Mike.
Yep, and this is RC, Rod Calloway.
First of all, we'd like to thank everybody for being down with the Kings and for supporting Sports Kings Live.
Your listens, downloads, likes, and follows have allowed this show to grow by leaps and bounds in just a few months.
Now, if you have a product or a business and you'd like to promote it on this show,
it's simple. Just email us at sportskingslive@gmail.com. And once again, thank you for being down with the Kings.
It's the Sports Kings. Sports Kings. Big Mike.
He might fall off the wagon in the next 10 minutes.
And Rob Calloway.
It's about bringing talent. It's not about all the flash and glitz and glam.
Not your average sports talk show. The Sports Kings.
This is NFL legend. Work done.
This your boy D. Howard, a.k.a. Superman.
I'm Jerome Bettis, the bus.
It's Cam Newton. Holla at your boy already.
This is Hank Aaron, and I'm down with the Kings.
Tell a friend, Kings is back.
Welcome back to the second hour of the Thursday edition of Sports Kings Live with yours truly, Big Mike and Rob Calloway. We're being heard via Spreaker.com and on the Spreaker app via your Windows, Apple, or Android device. You guys can also follow us on the social media world at Sports Kings Live via Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We got another one, Rob, too. I signed us up for another thing. I think it's Tumblr.
What?
I think it's Tumblr.
Oh.
I think we're on Tumblr, but I only did it because, like, when we post a podcast, it always says, increase your followers by 20%. I was like, yeah, I want to do that. Click on it. And it said sign up. I was like, okay, I don't know what this is, but sign up I will. So Sports Kings Live is at Tumblr. I don't know what to tell you guys to do with it. It's just there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And when we figure it out, we'll pass the message on to you guys. So we spent the first hour talking about the NBA Finals because we didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday. So now we're just pretty much, vomiting everything that we would have said yesterday on today's show before the game starts. We're going to try to get to some other topics as well. This Brittany Griner thing just keeps happening to me. Yeah, and it's pretty awesome, too. Like, today this article was written about the same stuff I talked about the day it happened, like the weirdness of of there being a domestic violence culture, but not knowing how to identify it because it's two people of the same sex. We'll talk.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try to get to that after we wrap up our NBA Finals talk. But before we do that, we got to give you guys a little history lesson. That's what it's become now. We teach you guys a little something about the history of sports and not just the things that we normally talk about, the baseball, basketball, and football. Get into some golf and some horse racing and cricket sometimes. Like these ancillary sports that we don't usually pay attention to, and we call it On This Day.
It's the Sports Kings.
On this day. Okay, on this day, Rob, in 1938, Johnny Vandermeer. It's not Vandermeer, but it's Johnny Vandermeer. 3 separate words. Of the Cincinnati Reds. He threw the first 2 consecutive no-hitters. Imagine that. Yeah, you get a start, then whatever, probably wasn't 5 days later back then, but a couple days later, you show back up, the stuff is still clicking. Another no-hitter. They still can't rock you. On this day in 1950, Ben Hogan returned to tournament play after a near-fatal car accident. He actually won the U.S. Open. Excuse me. And as we told you guys before, whenever Henry Hank Aaron is involved, we always make sure he doesn't get deleted from On This Day. So on this day in 1972, Hank Aaron tied the National League record for 14 Grand Slam home runs in a career. You damn right. And if you hear the intro, he's now with the Kings. So there's that.
Yeah.
Here's another one for Rob. On this day in 1982, Larry Holmes took down who, Rob? Oh, damn it. I Instagrammed it, though, so you know already.
Oh, he took down a Cooney? Jerry Cooney?
He didn't take down a Coon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took down a Coon.
In the 13th round for the WBC heavyweight title in Las Vegas. On this day in 1988, Rick Rhoden of the New York Yankees became the first pitcher to start as a designated hitter. That's weird. Was he that good?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
On this day in 1990, Nolan Ryan fired his major league record 6th career no-hitter in a 5-0 victory over the Oakland Athletics. Ryan became the first player to pitch no-hitters for 3 different teams and, of course, the oldest to perform the feat at the age of, how old was he, Rob? How do you think Nolan Ryan was?
47.
43. Damn, you almost 50, and Nolan's still mowing him down. Damn. Somebody need to have somebody need to P-test that dude. Speaking of P-test, here we go. See how it works? Speaking of P-test, in 1995, Mark McGwire, he tied a major league record when he hit home runs in 5 consecutive games. Yeah, by tomorrow, we're going to be reading about him doing it in 6, and then by Monday, it's like, yeah, his eighth straight game with hitting home runs.
Right,
yeah.
with a homer.
Yeah, the juice was loose. In 1995, on this day, Lee Smith set a major league record when he got his 16th consecutive save in 16 appearances.
Lee was bad.
Yeah, 16 to 16.
For the Pirates?
I don't know. I didn't. It's not on here.
Yeah, I think it was with the Pirates.
I didn't do any research here.
On
this
Lee
day,
Smith was nice.
In 1997, the great Michael Jeffrey Jordan, he scored 38 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in Game 5 of the 1997 NBA Finals versus the Jazz.
Flu game.
Yes, indeed. The infamous flu game. Exactly. At a time in history where there were no memers. I love this. If you guys are listening to this, I don't know how many people are listening right now, but if any memers, send us some memes of that. Only in the spirit of fairness, because anytime something happens to LeBron, you guys are like on the spot immediately, like seconds after. We didn't have memers back then when Mike was dying of the flu, but we do now. And there's nothing that says you can't go pull up some footage and go ahead and throw a nice little meme on it. You do it now with the cry face. Right. So you guys don't have any respect for
everything.
Yeah, you don't have any respect for Michael Jordan. Yeah, if you did, you wouldn't do that. So go right ahead. On this day in 2010, this is funny, ESPN launched ESPN 3D. You remember that? You remember how we thought, like, yeah, you got to go out and get you a 3D TV because we're going to start watching football in 3D.
3D.
Yeah, that didn't last long. People found out. Yeah, HD is fine with me. I'm good.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan don't have to be right in my living room. Be watching the game with sunglasses on. In 2010, the FIFA World Cup opened in South Africa. It was the first time it was held in Africa. And finally, in 2012, Rafael Nadal actually won his record 7th French Open title when he defeated Novak Djokovic. And, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Thursday edition of On This Day. Now, back to...
All right,
go ahead.
A couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I got to get them in. I know I forget. Number one, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes died today. I don't know. Did you watch wrestling growing up?
Back then I did, when it was WCW and NWA.
Yeah, and NWA.
Yeah, back then. Yeah, but I'm wondering how Dusty Rhodes survived this long, because as long as I've watched wrestling, he always had like a tumor. It's like a tumor. What's that red thing?
Side.
What was that, dude? It's like a
On
huge,
yeah,
right there, like up under his chest to the left, this huge red tumor. I'm like, come on, that's got to be cancerous or something. Like, how is he still alive now? So, yeah, if you ask me, Dusty lived a long life, because I thought Dusty was going to drop dead in the ring at some point. Like, and then they're going to cut him open and be like, yeah, that's what it was. He had a softball-sized tumor right in his lung, and no one wanted to tell him.
He was so big. I mean, he never was in shape.
By the way, he would never be a wrestler today. All these dudes are like 390 pounds with 8-packs. What? No.
You know, and it's funny. And it's funny that you say that, because the dude that Kevin Owens, the dude that you put up on Instagram today, that you said we was gonna call him Fat Few Delavan.
Oh, okay, that's who that is. I don't even know who that is. I just saw his face.
Yeah, that's Kevin Owens. He's the NXT heavyweight champ.
The what?
The NXT, like Knicks.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it sounds like. He's like the next champ.
No, right. That's like the WWE minor league deal. I think. I forgot what network it come on.
Oh, that's a tough look.
But no. But see, a lot. I mean, they move the good folks up from NXT. Like right now, he's in this thing with John Cena. He and John Cena have a little thing going on right now. So I mean, so he's getting the promotion, but he's still the champ. But You made me forget what I was gonna say, man. But yeah. Anyway, what was I gonna say about him?
I don't know. He's fat and looks like Matthew Dellavedova. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say that's been the big thing that people have been saying about him. Because he's just fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just a fat dude.
Oh, you mean he looks like a regular wrestler? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's not all roided up.
And they're like, why is Vince McMahon pushing this guy and he looks nothing like the rest of these wrestlers? Like,
yeah, dude. It's a shame when that's your biggest fault, that you're not on roids.
Yeah.
Like, that's my biggest criticism of you. You're not on roids. Jesus.
Okay, next thing. Today, I get a text from you with a link.
Come on, dude. Are we going to do this right now? Is this really going to happen?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are. Because that's what I said after I clicked on the link. I said, oh, for real? So, yes, we're going to do this right here. So, I get a text. And it's a link, and it says, dude, you got to see this, or something like that.
Was I wrong, though? Was I wrong?
So, I click the link, and it goes to Dirty Jobs. I forgot what channel it comes on. What
I think it comes on CNN now. It's a CNN show now. Yeah, he got picked up by CNN. Mike Rhodes is his name,
okay.
right?
Yeah, Mike Rhodes, yeah. But, so, it's a horse breeding segment where he goes in, to find out how, they get stallion semen, pretty much. Man.
Yeah, it's a pretty hands-on job.
All I'm going to say is this. Fellas, we always talk about how we wish we could buy, vagina in a can. Horses really have that.
They got a cupboard full of them. Yeah. The cupboard.
They're hanging up nice and neat.
Cupboard full of fake lady parts. Yeah. They call them plastic vaginas. That's what they're called.
Yeah, synthetic.
Yeah, synthetic vaginas. That's, yeah. Obviously good as the real thing. And they even do you a favor. They warm it up for you. Not too hot.
Yeah.
Not too cold.
Yeah.
That's what the lady said.
But how weird is that?
It's not.
Like,
this is what I was telling you the other day, dude. Remember? Because this is the reason I looked it up. For whatever reason. I'm sitting here reading today, right? And I'm like, why am I reading all this stuff? Like, I know the whole show is going to be taken up by the stuff we missed yesterday. But whatever. I'm still reading. And I thought about what you said about the American Pharaoh thing, that he's going to smash 200 horses. But then I remember, I was like, no, it can't happen that way. It's not feasible. It's not financially feasible to do it that way. Because why? Once you get one semen sample, that's enough for a couple. So if you waste it on just one horse, yeah, that's fiscally irresponsible. So I went looking for the episode of Real Sports that I saw, right? And then this Discovery Channel one came up. So I was like, all right, Discovery Channel, HBO, whatever, same thing. No. It was not the same thing. Like, this lady was holding a baggie full of horse jizz. Cause, oh, God, it was the worst.
And what did she say? It was like 5, what did she say?
It was like it was an ounce, dude. It was like an ounce. And she said, this is going to be good enough for like, well, I don't know, 5 or 6 inseminations. But the part, like, they didn't do it good enough of blurring the horse's junk out, dude. They did, dude. That dude. They had him on this fake thing. We talked about this the other day. The like fake thing to get him going, and then my man had to go in there and slip the false vagina over the horse's junk and kind of just whack him off. Essentially, is what he did.
That's exactly what he did.
And
That's exactly what he did.
The lady was like coaching him through it. She was like, okay, give yourself some room now. Back up a little bit. I was like, oh, this is bad. But I can't stop watching it. That's the part that gets you conflicted, though. Because you know it's not going to get any better. But you can't look away. It's like a train wreck. It's like, I have to watch. I have to keep looking at this. I don't want to, but I have to keep looking at this. Oh, that's a tough life for a horse, dude.
But you know my favorite part of all of that.
There was a favorite part? I must have missed that.
Yeah.
And nothing about that was my favorite. Anything. Wait, what?
My favorite part was when he gave her a high five, and then he realized, oh, I needed to wash my hands.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah.
Because that was the hand. Because remember, he had to grab. Remember, she told him.
Yeah.
She said, You got to hold the fake vagina with your left hand, and then you got to kind of
this is ridiculous.